Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Scandal Season 5 Episode 13. So we starting off with Melly and Olivia, and Olivia's trying to explain to Melly that she needs Fitz if she's going to make it into this presidential campaign. But Melly's like, we can just get Fitz to endorse me, but it's not about Fitz endorsing Melly, it's about him not endorsing VP Susan Ross. You know, if Fitz endorses her, she's basically a shoo-in. Just about everybody loves her. She's squeaky clean. She's all about doing the right thing. She ain't got no skeletons in her past or anything like that. And like, she's basically a shoo-in, but it's like, okay, how are we going to, dig into Fitz's head, which is, and to me is not that hard because, he don't really know how to think on his own, but get him to not endorse VP Sally Ross so I can have a shoo-in for this. So Cyrus makes his first move on Senator Vargas. I don't know if it's senator or governor. But anyways, he makes his first move on him. Like, okay, this is what I need to do to get this man to get on TV, make his appearance so I can mold him into the president that he's going to be. But oh, Sally Langston comes showing up talking about some, oh, it's so good to see you. You did a wonderful job. You should come on my show. Doing what she does because, she wants him to be on the show. That would be good ratings for her. This man, he didn't like... took down and killed it and killed some innocent folks. So that'd be good press for her. But he's like, he was playing with me. He's like, I ain't going no Sally show. Sally, that old crazy woman. I'm not finna, no, I'm not finna do that. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do any press at this time. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be back home working on my educational bill. So it was nice talking to you, Mr. Cyrus Bean. But, I'm going to have to, see you at another time because I got stuff to do. So OPA gets a call from Abby and they're like, look here, I need y'all to take some care of some things for me. Apparently the Secret Service, they was having a party celebrating whatever it was they were celebrating, and they invited some strippers up, but one of the strippers ended up dead. Let them tell it, the girl was high as a kite when she got there. She was drinking while she was there, and she was dancing and she fell and hit the table, and now she's dead. So automatically when she is on okay cleanup mood, Huck, you go down there to where the security is at, you swipe off everything that shows that they was here. I'm finna clean up over here. And Marcus is like, we're not calling the police. Queen and Huck, this is second nature to them. Olivia, she just sitting over there like, okay, y'all minions, y'all do what y'all need to do. I'm just gonna sit here. And he's like, why aren't we calling the police? Like I said, this is second nature to Huck and Quinn and Olivia. They used to like covering up and making things alright. So they was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We clean this up. Y'all leave. Y'all was never here. We're cleaning things up and this is what we're gonna do. But I just hope Marcus doesn't go to the dark side the way Quinn did. Because Quinn, she at one point, she was like, are we really doing this? And now, like, she done got that bloodlust and now she's all up in it. So maybe he can, like, save his soul from what they do. If that makes sense. So we have Olivia and Abby, and they are sitting in her car outside of a restaurant stalking Jake. Let Olivia tell it is. She don't even care that he got a girlfriend. She just want to know what him and her daddy up to. Because, like, Abby's like, okay, this is really about, like, Jake having a girlfriend. She's like, do you not remember that he killed to get this job? Like, what's going on? And then Abby's going on, like, I can't deal with the president. He got women coming in and out. Earlier they showed, like, the routine of, like, if a girl is going to come and see Fitz, this is what she gotta do. She comes through some back way. Once she gets in, she signs a non-disclosure agreement saying, I will not tell anything that what goes on. All phones, cameras, all of her possessions are taken from her while she goes in to see the president. And she cannot get them back until she leaves. When she leaves, I guess they're going to spray her down and remove all evidence for her. She gets her stuff back and she could leave. But then Liv is looking like, maybe that's it. Maybe these girls is running in and out, got something to do with my daddy. I don't know. I need to find out these things, what's going on. At one point, she's asleep and Jake comes into her room, which I don't know about y'all, but I am a very light sleeper. The littlest creak of something and I'm awake. I'm not hopping out of bed wake, but I'm up and still acting like I'm, not moving and acting like I'm asleep because, like, I done woke up, don't know what's going on. I'm kind of like the person, if somebody's breaking in my house, I'ma lay there like I'm sleeping. I don't hear anything, but like I don't know. But Jake, well, I guess Jake, he like was in the army. He was, you know, working with Papa Pope and all that stuff. So it's a good possibility he can break in places. But he's sitting there in Olivia's house and like broke into her house. Like, okay, I know you've been following me. Why are you following me? She's like, I want to know what you and my daddy up to, because I don't believe this whole you got a girlfriend and my daddy's retiring and he ain't trying to take over the world yet again. I don't believe y'all. Y'all, I'm getting so frustrated with Elizabeth. So now she mad that David sleeping with VP Susan Ross didn't like persuade her to want to get the president's endorsement. Like VP Susan Ross, she's like, I don't want to get his endorsement because, you know, he cheated and stuff, and I'm not all about that. But she's like, you had one job. Your job was to sleep with her to make her happy since she's in love with you, and you couldn't even do that. Alright, I guess I gotta do it myself. So go on over there and take your clothes off right now, because we finna have sex. And I'm like, what? Yeah, and Dave was like, I thought I was in trouble. She was like, oh, you finna pay right now? I was like, David, when you gonna realize this woman crazy? Do you already know that? You just don't care? What is it? But like, I like David and VP Susan Ross together. They make a little cute couple, but he all like mesmerized and under some spell, whatever Elizabeth's got going on. And like, truly she doesn't care about you, David, because if she did, she wouldn't have you sleeping with other people and flirting with other people just so she can get into the White House. Don't you realize this woman using you? So we got Cyrus at home with his husband, and can somebody tell me why this man is playing with a doll? We ain't seen Cyrus's daughter the first, but we see the baby doll that she plays with. Okay. Next thing you know, we're going to find out that girl 22 years old. Y'all know they be doing on this show. 1 minute the baby like a year old, the next time you're seeing a child graduating high school. But anyways, so they sitting there watching Vargas on TV. Now, he already said he wasn't going to do no promotional. He wasn't going on TV or nothing like that. But he didn't got into his feelings because Fitz insulted his education bill, which Cyrus knew he would do. And knew he would get mad and then run on Sally's show. But when he's on there, Cyrus doesn't get the, you know, the results he wanted. He's like, I want to come over here and talk about my educational bill. And he wants college to be free. And then in turn, when those, you know, kids who have graduated with a free education from college, they turn around and go to work and bring in more money to the United States. But he says he's not going to be running for president. And Cyrus was like, see, this man up to something. I done already set things in motion for you. I'm already molding you and you don't know it. I've killed people and I've had people killed and had people kidnapped just so you can be president. He wants to know what's going on. So at one point, he's sitting in the car, and it's him and Tom together, because this whole little situation, I know I'm jumping around, but he's sitting in the car, and Tom is like, you know, fixing his tie and everything. And then at one point, you know, Tom comes in with some, some information saying that Vargas' daughter, she has cancer, and like that's why he doesn't want to run for president. She's sick. Doctors don't think she's gonna got much longer to live, and that's why he doesn't want to run for president, because he wants to spend all his time with his daughter. So Mark is still not being able to live with himself, knowing that something wasn't right about how this woman died. He goes to get her autopsy report, and it shows that her head was bashed in, and then she was dosed with drugs. But he's giving this information to Olivia, but Olivia, she's so focused on Jake, she don't know what to do with herself. And he's like, okay, they killed her, what we gonna do? But Olivia's like, our clients paid us to, you know, fix things. This is what we're supposed to do. You're just gonna have to get over it, and, you know, that's how we're gonna do. But he's like, really? But he and Quinn, they go and speak to one of the strippers that was there. And they let her know, like, what really went on. She's like, whatever I said happened, whatever they said happened, that's what went on. And Marcus like, your friend, she was still alive while she was on that floor. And had they called the ambulance, then she would have lived. So she was sitting like, oh, snap. Well, turns out her head was bashed in. They got scared. It's like, okay, let's just say she overdosed. And they pumped her with twice the amount of heroin that a body can take. Yeah, like, this is what these people do. They just, yeah. But I had to, like, look at it, like, at two ways. Like, if the stripper that had lived, if she had went to the police, who are they going to believe? Stripper? Or are they going to believe, Secret Service man? And then it could be, I'm scared for my life because they didn't have no qualms about doggone bashing her head, and then I don't know where the heroin came in and pumping her up with heroin. Whether it was on the girl, don't know. So what they gonna do to me? The girl, she just wanted her money, that's all. But they was like, no. Olivia takes this information to Abby, and Abby was like, well, I know, so I worked at OPP. Olivia's like, we don't work for them. You called us. They bashed that girl's head in, and then they pumped her up with twice the amount of heroin that a body can take. That is murder. They are not my clients. You are. You are the one that called me. So Olivia takes this new news to Fitz, but Fitz, he talks because he didn't found out that Olivia's working with Melly for her presidency. He had just got done having sex with some woman, and mind you, she did not even try to go to the bathroom and wash up. I was like, okay, you nasty. But anyways, she goes and tells him that Olivia, she got a little tip that Olivia is working with Melly. And how, like, Melly's book, Olivia helped with that. Somebody saw Melly and Olivia's house just kicking it back. So, he's salty at this time. So, she's telling him, you know why your Secret Service is acting like this? Because they see the way you act, and you having a woman in your room every other day, circling her in and out, circling in and out. Like, what kind of example are you showing your son? Your little son seeing some woman that he don't know in the bathroom, coming out of the bathroom. What, you trying to be like your daddy? Because I know you done seen your daddy do some stuff like that to your mama. Like, what you got going on? I'm going to need you to do better, Fitz. And, like, Fitz is feeling like, oh, snap. I didn't want my son to see me like that. But in sort of kind of in a way, I think that woman did that on purpose. Because clearly you can hear Fitz and Melly talking. But she came out, oh, Fitz. Oh, hey, Melly. Like, yeah, I'm with President right now at this moment. It may not be for long, but I'm with him. Like, she hit, like, Melly with one of those. I'm like, yeah, Fitz. Like, Olivia had to break it down to you, dude, you doing too much. Like, you basically turn into your daddy right now. Is that who you want to be? So, lastly, we have Vargas and Cyrus. And Cyrus tells this made-up story just to pull Vargas in, knowing that, hey, Vargas, he's all about family, and, his daughter has cancer. So, let me tell him this lie to get him on to the dark side. So, Cyrus is like, yeah, I always wanted to be president. I got accepted to Harvard, and we was walking home, and my brother got hit by a car. He got flung 30 feet, and he landed on his head. He ended up paralyzed, and I decided I need to stay at home to be with family, because family is important. And I decided to go to community, local, school in my area, but they was like, we don't have no information on you. But 2 days later, when I got home, there was my package for Harvard. And I knew my brother did it. He didn't want me to sacrifice. And I was happy before it. I was like, oh. And then Vargas was like, well, my daughter, she's 6 and, she has cancer. The doctor said she wasn't going to live 6 months. And that was 16 months ago. I think she's going to go to college for free. I think she's going to make it. Cyrus, will you help me run for my campaign? And so I was like, I'll do it for you. I feel sorry for your daughter. And the dude leaves, and Cyrus was like, I thought you was the only child. He's like, I am. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, when he was first telling the story, I was like, oh, poor Cyrus Bean, poor Brother Bean. My heart was going out to niggas like, oh, that was a lie. I was like, I was so mad, but I was like, this is Cyrus, so, like, he's trying to get back into the White House in that spot that he was in, like, 2-3 years ago, but, he done lost that position, so now he's gonna, like, lie, steal, kill, and murder to get back to that spot. So yeah, that was the gist going on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment in the bottom bar. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.